Guichabou, who is an absolute demon. An absolute demon. Power rank 11 in comparison to power rank 22. Guichabou likes to use Lin Fei, I believe probably in the Dex stance as well. And really, as far as Lin Fei one tricks go, Guichabou is the one that comes to mind.
I mean, you could say that, but then again, we can't discount the factor that experience will always play.
Because these two have played before, only one time, and Boomie won it 2-0, but it was a different time then. Because now we have best of fives a bit earlier in bracket. This is going to be one of those best of fives, really. That's pretty much everything that you guys are going to be seeing from this point forward is going to be best of five. But it means that Guichabou is going to have a better chance. I mean, look at this start off, right? We have Sakura at the crossover skin for Lin Fei, rocking the Street Fighter on the side of Guichabou. But on Boomie's side, we have Lucian, who we've seen so much of this weekend, and I think this is the perfect pick for Boomie because I mean, wow, I cannot believe that Blaster's recovery KO. That must have been the perfect damage range for that to knock out. But on top of that, Boomie has been known for his blasters from like the start of time. Everyone remembers the Diana, so I think this is why this is a good pick. But right now, getting chopped up by
Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, no, like you said, Sakura, you can't ever count out a warrior, and certainly not a world warrior. Try again. Fisticuffs in the Qatars. And again, the willingness to get in on these blasters. Even though this Lucian, obviously, as you mentioned, popular pick throughout these past couple of months. But you're talking about someone with the experience with this game, like Boomie has, certainly the ability to just go right into this, not even skip a beat, and could very well be what the doctor ordered against, I mean, what we can call the new, really the new order of Brawlhalla. And like you said before, you could pretty much count on Sandstorm, Cody Travis, Boomie, you know, in as a 1-2-3 for a lot of those events starting out. But now it's very much different, and a new guard has come through, and it's really exciting to see where this game is going to go from here, and we get to see it play out right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredibly even, right? Like, Boomie, I think, one of the few members of the old guard who has managed to stay incredibly relevant in terms of power rank and tournament results. Usually able to get to the top 8 by minimum, but could be tough to do today as Guichabou manages to snatch the lead here. Boomie, where I think an unarmed D-Light recovery will probably be enough here. Gets chopped up. That's going to be a guaranteed double recovery coming out from Guichabou there. Caught Boomie's dodge. Boomie still looking for a weapon. It spawns on the left side, which means Guichabou gets to starve him even more, and he goes for a ground pound. That was very, very greedy, and Boomie not going to be able to punish him for going for it. The side air into the stage isn't going to lead to a knockout just because of the reduced knockback you get when you fly into a surface, but it doesn't matter because Boomie is able to find the down air and close it out. Now we have ourselves a match.
First stock is going to be the winner of this one. It's the cannon shot, and
he's gone.
Oh my gosh, Ashley just dropped the log on him. What are you gonna do about it? You can go ahead and take a nap down below. Guichabou going to take that in resounding fashion, especially for this, you know, when you're talking about, you know, time from end of game to the start of the next one. It's good to be able to resolve that and just get right back into it. Pretty seamless. Kind of love that about this title. But even though we are getting right back into it with the cannon blast, and why not just try to bop him with it like we saw prior? Going right back to the guitar. So
Man,
you get it right with the fisticuffs. This Lucian having very few answers to this thus far, as we're seeing already into the dark orange.
This is tough because Boomie, not really a character loyalist. Like, he does have characters that he likes to play, but whenever it comes to a tournament, he always just kind of picks one and tries to stick with it. And it looks like Lucian's the pick that he picked this time around, and he's scaring Guichabou here, but he can't. Oh no, Boomie, 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 Boomie. A little too big for his britches there. You could tell how badly he wanted the edge guard, and he swings for this side air, putting him a little bit too far from the stage. Oh no, did he just throw away another stock? I got scared for a second because he's flubbing left and right as Guichabou is forcing Boomie to feel the pressure a little bit, I guess.
Seeing it here, Lucian maybe is your, as we've seen before, from Lucians, the willingness to get in is to be admired. But then again, you're talking about someone like Guichabou who is showing quite the show of strength. I mean, this is a formidable Sakura right here. I don't even know what to tell you right now. I should know a little bit about this character. Then again, whole new world, whole new platform, and now, I mean, a whole new player in Guichabou. That could very well have spelled the end of the stock with just a little bit more knockback. Lucian is not quite that unlucky, however, until just then. What a showing right now from Guichabou, and Boomie kind of on the back foot here, Flambeau.
Yeah, no, Boomie's playing. I don't want to say, but it's kind of desperate. It's kind of desperate. We saw Guichabou do a fully charged sliding neutral signature off stage. Boomie tried to punish it and reverse it. I understand it. Boomie's always someone who's going to go for that big play, bring things back. But when they don't work, you can see just how terribly things can go for Boomie. If Boomie loses this game, which he looks kind of poised to do, I can't believe that blaster recovery dropped. Sad day for Boomie. I'm almost certainly expecting a character swap in this third game. I don't see D-Light recovery should be enough. Boomie not out of this game by any stretch, but does have a lot of work to do here. And it's hard. Blasters are always a weapon that are kind of referred to as, if they're hot, they're hot. You're landing your bullets, you're a sharpshooter, everything seems to flow. But when you're missing and you can't seem to break that zone of no man's lands, it can be really tough. You can see Guichabou almost securing the stock right there. D-Light recovery wasn't enough. Now throw out that neutral sig for free. It's so hard to get around that neutral signature, but swaps over to the Katars, wants maybe an N-Light recovery or a D-Light recovery.
Yeah, the Lucian might be looking to get its sights fixed after this game number 2. I'm not really sure where these blasters are going, but, and again, you're finding the mark, at least in other ways. But yeah, speaking of finding a way, Sakura knuckling up, getting a game 2 victory. Guichabou up 2-0. Meanwhile, you have Guichabou finishing 17th here. Certainly not out of his depth by any stretch of the imagination, but when you see it showing up like this in such emphatic effect, Flambeau, I mean, you can't really help but tip your cap as you're going to stay on the Lucian here. Trying to get the pistol bop down below, and do you agree with the pick here?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think Lucian is a bad pick. Honestly, I'd argue that if Boomie's going to play this character, he has to play confidently, and that's the confidence I'm looking for. If you play confidently with this character, he will take you there. He's been playing too scared, and against a player like Guichabou, who is using a legend like Lin Fei, who has so much dexterity, has so much quickness, that she can just kind of throw things out confidently, not because necessarily she's feeling confident, but because the risk is so skewed that why not go for it? You can't hesitate against a character like that. And Boomie showing less signs of hesitation. I mean, just look at the options that Guichabou's going for, right? They're very aggressive, extremely aggressive. Boomie has to match that aggression or get left behind.
Guichabou perhaps keeping in mind the fact that Boomie has the only victory
down air, and that's the stock
matchup in between the two. But man, oh man, Boomie right now realizing, wait a second, I'm the guy here. I'm him. Why are you acting like you're the one? I'm sorry, you're a false prophet. Let me show you the way, my child. And yet, Guichabou defiantly fighting back, piecing him up with the Katars and getting the KO off of the top. And now we're going to see just what Guichabou can do with one stock. We know how you play when you're in front. Let's see how you do from behind.
Yeah, now granted, the other thing about Lin Fei or Sakura as a character is that with that cannon, and to some extent the Katars, if you get a really strong read on the cannon, you tend to just need one though. You're able to bring things back, but it should be a pretty easy edge guard for Boomie. Oh, he ends up dropping it. Nair doesn't actually trade with the recovery there. It didn't quite place it properly. Now Guichabou's getting a bit of steam here. Boomie needs to get the red. Nice, perfect. And now, even if he loses this stock, he's perfectly poised to win the next one. So should be pretty good. Guichabou's trying to extend it, but a D-Light recovery is textbook. Have to know that combo if you're gonna play blasters, and you have to land it consistently. And Boomie, easily enough, manages to go ahead and secure that game. We're going to game 4. Boomie looks a little bit more awakened here. We're gonna see if Guichabou can finish his plate, or alternatively, if Boomie is gonna be able to bring this one back.
Yeah, the Blasters, I mean, they were singing for quite a bit, but perhaps just a little off key. Now, seems like they are fully in sync, and this is something that Guichabou is going to have to be made very wary of to go to the island for game number 4. But off the stage they go, the fight in midair, and you could have seen that go very awry for either one of those two in particular instances, but then again, this is why you can never quite count your chickens before they hatch. No matter whether you're carrying the orb, the blasters, or that cannon, something's going to be cooking on the other side.
Yeah, and you can already tell here, Boomie looking a lot more confident with these blasters, but Guichabou not just taking it in stride here, saying, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and counter you blow for blow here, keeping things even. Boomie a little bit on the back foot here, and he's terrified of those down signatures now because he got caught by them quite a few times in the earlier games. But look at Boomie struggling to find a hit. Guichabou doing such a good job of standing inside his dead zones, but I cannot imagine that signature from Guichabou was on purpose because Boomie was so far away from him. But Boomie keeping it up unarmed, picks up the Katars, goes for a neutral sig, and stops right in the face of Guichabou. Just didn't get close enough, and Guichabou responds with the neutral sig in tandem.
We should say, of note, the winner of this one will go on to face off against Impala, the top seed of this tournament. What an honor. A rather ignominious one to have to play into, but it is one that they will fight for nevertheless. Here on Demon Island, this Lucian finding the fighting spirit. However, Guichabou coming right back could very well suffer the KO for it. Indeed, Lucian goes out, fires up the blasters, everything black on black. You know he'd be strapping that. That's going to be 2 stocks apiece.
You can already see, like, Boomie doesn't want this one to slip. Is trying to bring the damage back. I honestly feel like he should go to the Katars, but I don't think he's feeling his Katars right now. But I think when you're thinking about racking up damage and having low risk reward, blasters tend to be a little bit tougher to do because it's harder to land the hits. But Boomie is spacing around these signatures, trying to bring this back. Guichabou go, oh my goodness, a great spot dodge, but no punish because Boomie doesn't have a weapon. The neutral sig, look how fast that signature is. Isn't that so ridiculously lightning quick that Boomie cannot punish it? And that's why Sakura or Lin Fei is so good. Boomie spends that entirety of the rest of that second stock without a weapon, and now pretty much on the winner's side point here. You were mentioning before, the winner of this has to fight Impala, the winner of the Brawlhalla World Championship last year. If Boomie were to do it, it would be a battle of champions, but if Guichabou is able to win here, he'll have a shot to take down potentially another world champion.
It would be a battle of world champions to qualify for top 8. That is...
Oh my gosh. That might be all she wrote. That might be all she wrote. What a chase dodge from Boomie, but he's still gone.
Woo!
He's still gone. Guichabou finishes his plate. He takes his spoon. He gets the last little bit of porridge, puts it in his mouth, and swallows. He's done. He's done it. He sent Boomie packing to the loser side of bracket. Now we have Guichabou taking down one legend of Brawlhalla and potentially going to take down many more.
Guichabou flying the Maple Leaf into the next round, potentially qualifying for top 8. Could do so at the expense of Impala the same way he just did